everybody, James Swank with JUNK180, 707-536-0740. Check us out online at junk180.com. Haven't had a lot of opportunity to make any videos past several weeks, 3-4 weeks. Work has picked up significantly. Busy every day. Every day slammed. Today is no exception. So, you know, each one of these videos, it takes about 4 hours or so to put together, and just haven't had the time to do that. And by the time I may have a couple hours to put into it, you know, a lot of the footage that I have is kind of dated. I often talk about topics that are applicable at that particular time. You know, it seems like we're on the downward slope for the whole coronavirus deal. California essentially going back to normal, I think, next week. That's when they're allowing gyms to open. A lot of the more close contact businesses, shall we say. So we're almost through it. Probably we'll still have to have sounds like we're still going to have some mask requirements for a while in particular cities or particular counties. Being that we're based in Benicia, it's a little daunting to keep up, because if you watch these videos, you know we serve 7 different counties from this location. Benicia's just at the hub of all of them, so it's tough to keep up with the rules. Keep a mask on the truck at all times, no matter what, and we do the best we can with trying to keep up with the ever-changing regulations or rules or whatever you want to call them. They're not laws, I guess. Okay, so enough of that. What I wanted to talk about today was surcharges, for lack of a better term. Now, if you're in junk removal, you should know by now that you come across tires and refrigerators all the time. Mattresses too. The mattress is actually probably the number one, the single item that we pick up the most has got to be a mattress. So what do you charge when you come across these those 3 items? And there's going to be a bonus 4th one I'm going to throw in a little bit. It may be special to just California. Not sure about your particular location, but we'll get to that here in just a minute. So tires for us, our local facility, actually any of the facilities I've been to so far, have a price range or a rate based on the size of a highway vehicle. And the facility we normally utilize ranges somewhere between $15 to $23 per tire. So what we do is we charge $25 per tire, and as a surcharge. That's on top of the volume. We charge it as a surcharge to cover our disposal fees. Now the heavier duty stuff, off-road, heavy equipment, this place charges $150 per tire. So when we run across those, you know, we have to pass that cost along. Now, what do we actually do with the tires? No, we don't take them to the landfill. We take them to a local tire shop, and if it's on the rim, they charge us $10 to dismount it, and $5 and change for the actual disposal of the tire. I'm presuming that they likely recycle it. So that's $15 expense per tire for us. We charge $25. Now, you could say, well, what about that $10? I mean, why don't you just cut the customer a break on the $10? And here's why. And this is universal. We do this with scrap, recycling, donatable items. It doesn't matter what it is. We charge the landfill rate because even though we can dispose of these items a little cheaper through alternative means, it's a different destination, right? You still got to go out of your way to get there. That's extra mileage, that's extra fuel, that's extra wear and tear on the vehicle, that's extra time. Not to mention, it is an inconvenience to have to, you know, you pick up a tire, a set of tires at the beginning of the day. Those tires are in your way all day because you need to keep those on the back of the truck. Not only that, when you go to dump, if you do not have the opportunity to offload those tires at your alternative destination, you got to pick those tires back up and load them back in your truck. So that's why. Tires, refrigerators, free on charge. Everybody who's in junk removal, if you're not aware of the free on charges, you definitely need to be. Refrigerators, air conditioners, freezers, any of these appliances that have a cooling mechanism, cooling fluid, you're going to get charged a surcharge to have that material removed. And around here it's about $30 per appliance. So, you know, we don't necessarily charge a surcharge for refrigerators, freezers. We just have it built into the price. Mattresses, it's another thing that they cost $32 per mattress and box spring in this area. Our local landfill, the place we normally utilize, you get one for free, and then you pay extra for every additional one that you have. And like I said, mattresses are the single most picked up item that we see. So we almost always have more than one mattress on the truck. So we build that into the price. Now here is the one here's the bonus, number 4, pressure treated wood. Oh, lordy, pressure treated wood. Pressure treated wood in California it's considered non-hazardous, but it's still controlled. And the reason behind that is, in a nutshell, is that the chemicals that they use to produce the pressure treated wood in the first place, among other things, it includes arsenic. When a lot of the waste wood that shows up in transfer stations or landfills actually gets reclaimed. A lot of it gets shipped to facilities that burn that wood for various reasons. Energy production. There's a plant opening near Reno soon that just burns anything with a carbon molecule in it. They'll burn it until all the carbon is released, and they take the off gas, which is CO, I believe it's CO2. They'll take this gas, and through a means of reaction, they convert that into synthetic oils. Now when you burn pressure treated wood, all those chemicals that are in there get released, including that arsenic. There's also copper. There's a handful, there's a laundry list of chemicals that get released. So California, it's a controlled waste, and not every facility takes it. I wish they did. It would be so much more convenient if they could just have a independent drop-off location for pressure treated wood, but they don't. So the closest one to here, at least that's currently open with the COVID-19 stay-at-home orders, is all the way in Vacaville. It's about a 40 to 45 minute drive from here. We do service Vacaville, so what I typically try to do is set that pressure treated wood aside when I come across it, and when I have a job up in Vacaville, that's when I'll load it up into the truck, go do my job in Vacaville, utilize that Class 2 facility. It's the Hay Road landfill for anybody that's local. But here's the thing about dumping pressure treated wood: tires, refrigerators, mattresses. Those costs add up, absolutely. But if you have pressure treated wood in you're going to have to figure out how to pass that cost along to your customer. Now, if you show up and somebody has an old gate from their fence that fell apart, or an old fence post that rotted out, which are often components of those items are usually pressure treated wood, because the chemicals help reduce the rate of deterioration on the wood. Also prevents insects from getting in there and eating it up. So if you just have a small, relatively small portion of pressure treated wood you come across on a job, what we do is we take a kind of an educated guess on what an upcharge for that particular amount of pressure treated wood should be. Because like I said, there's additional handling that's involved. I gotta take it off a fence, portion of a fence, or a gate, fence post, anything like that. I have to remove it from the rest of the waste, set it aside, so there's storage involved, and then reload at a later time. On larger jobs, which we just had one last week, that was an old deck that was actually a hot tub platform. We had a hot tub removal, a tiki hut removal, which was a gazebo dressed up to be a tiki hut, plus the platform the hot tub was sitting on. Excuse me. Now that, just the deck itself filled up the truck. There was so much pressure treated wood on that load that it did not make sense to separate the pressure treated wood from the regular waste products. So that load came out of Walnut Creek, so about an hour drive, maybe slightly more, from Walnut Creek over to Vacaville to dump it. And that was a $375 dump for about a ton and a half, maybe. I don't recall the specific. It was less than 2 tons, I know that. So that particular job had to eat the entire $375 minimum dump for that pressure treated wood. But the smaller jobs, it might be a $20, $50 surcharge, just based on the amount that they have and how easy it is to separate from the rest of the material. It's a little tough. It's a little tough sale sometimes, because somebody can't have just they buy this 8-foot 2x4 of pressure treated wood from Home Depot for $10, and then when I tell them, I gotta charge an extra $25 for that, and then I explain why. Some people get it. Nobody's happy with it, but it is what it is. It's the state that we live in. We gotta deal with it. So the point of all this is hopefully to help you understand that you need to figure out a way to get these surcharges across to your customers. You cannot eat a $30 surcharge for a refrigerator, or mattress and box spring is going to cost $64 to dump. You can't eat that. You will definitely be operating at a loss if you start eating all of those surcharges that you are charged. You got to pass that along to your client and educate them as to why. They're not going to be happy with it up front, but at least by the end of your conversation, if you presented yourself well, they'll understand. All right, everybody, that's it for this video. I'm on my way to the dump right now. Busy. First job of the morning is at least 1 dump run, sometimes 2 right now. As I have 2 trucks, I often have to fill both up after dump hours end the previous day. So that's it. James Swank with JUNK180, 707-536-0740. Check us out online at junk180.com. We serve the North Bay, East Bay, and Napa Valley. That's all of Contra Costa County, all of Solano County, and parts of Sonoma, Marin, Napa, Alameda, San Francisco. I told you, 7 counties. It's hard to keep up with the mask requirements around here. All right, everybody, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.